Philippe, how is your squad looking for tomorrow, and how close are some of the new faces to the starting games? We saw Jefty, Vaclav make a contribution in midweek, and obviously you have Robin Proper training properly with you and available.
There were no problems after the Kiev game, so nobody came back with knocks or injuries. So that's a positive thing, and it's important to integrate the new players, to give them minutes. It's also important we have a game on Tuesday again, so it's looking with which players you want to start. Are players ready now for 90 minutes and then Tuesday again? So it's making a balance between those decisions.
How difficult is it to do that? Because when someone like Vaclav comes on and makes a contribution, the fans get excited, they want to see them in the team, but do you have to kind of think bigger picture, longer term?
Yeah, of course, I'm not a fan. I'm a fan in a way, but no, those are always the things, and that's for every manager. That's why we always hear things like it's not possible that you take this one off, or it's not possible that this one doesn't start. But it's because people don't know all the details, and that's normal also. That's why they're fans. So I need to see to get results and let players grow and make them better. And Václav, like I said, I think he had 6 trainings now until now. So he was before 4 weeks in holiday. So for him, it's like pre-season now. So people cannot expect him to play 90 minutes for the moment, although he would love to do. But he said also he needed, after every action, some time to recover. And he was a little bit frustrated about that, because he wants to be important for the club and to play more minutes, but he felt also that it was not possible. So we need to take into account those things. That's my job to do. He's
one of the players who's just come in. One who may go out is Yanis Hadji. There is a suggestion that maybe Rangers would be willing to let him leave without a fee, rip up what's left of his contract. Does that fit in with what you've spoken about retaining value in players and making sure players?
That's a rumor, not a rumor that I hear until now. So, but I'm not busy all this time with for what amount of money is a player going out or coming in or all those things. That's not my job to do. It was my job to see what's necessary for the squad. What profiles we need, and there are other people financially making decisions. So it's about that. It's not me making that kind of decisions.
Philippe, there's a report that Todd could be close to leaving. Can you give us any information on that?
I cannot give any more information. No, it's a rumor. I don't know how close it is or not. No idea.
Can you tell us how both yourself and the players are feeling ahead of this unique situation about playing at Hampden?
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, because you need to adapt. And we know one thing, we will have again 50,000 fans behind the team, so that's a really important thing, that you have that amount of people. It could have been a stadium, for example, for 20,000 people. So that's different. So we have the same amount that you have at Ibrox, and I know the fans will be behind the team to push them. It's a little bit other scenery, but in that way, I have the experience a few times already with half our fans at Hampden who made a very good atmosphere, so there will be double now. So I expect more than double the atmosphere from before then.
What can the result and the nature of the result against Dinamo, the last minute equaliser, do for the group for the remainder?
I don't think only the result. It's not only about that, it's also about the way. Because the players played a good game, and from the start, because we started really well that game also. So it was not like in the last minute you score an equaliser out of nowhere. We had at the end 6 good chances, and they had 3 good chances. So that's the most important thing, and then the results follow. So it's confirmation that week by week the team is getting better, and players get better physical levels, players coming out of injury getting better, players coming in get to know each other better, getting physically better. So that's the way we're going to continue the next weeks and months. That's why I said also we're gonna be, of course, better in October and November. It's a logical thing.
When you signed Jeff Day, obviously you signed him as a defender, did you always think that you might be using him in a further role?
I thought it was a possibility, yeah, but I didn't think I had to do it now. But if other players don't perform at that moment at the level they should perform to play, then you need to look for other solutions.
How impressed were you with him the other night?
It was what I expected. So he's a very talented player. That's why we made a big fight during 6 months to get him here. But from January on, we kept a lot of contact with him, and he was really convinced to come to Rangers, although a lot of teams were interested in him, although his team where he was playing wanted to keep him, and a lot of other clubs wanted to sign him, but he was really convinced about the project here with him, and he's a very talented player for the future, who for sure needs to learn still a lot of things, but it's normally he's only 20 and he had 1 year experience in Europe. But he has the right mentality to fight and to be there for the team, and he has a lot of physical and technical qualities also.
2 more, please.
In terms of the move to Hampden, how much input have you had in the decision making and trying to make it as smooth as possible as transition for the players so that there's no effect on the pitch?
Yeah, I've been involved in that, about choices to make, and it was for me the best scenario, and not only for the players, for sure also for the fans, because we need to think about that, and that was for me also a priority, that they could feel in a way at home, not traveling much more than it is now. It's not a big difference. It's a little bit different maybe for people, but not a big difference. It would have been different if it was at Murrayfield, or it would have been in like a big stadium in England, for example, where also other possibilities. But so I'm really happy that the club could find a solution together with the federation to play at Hampden. I think for everybody it's the best alternative.
Have you sought any assurances from the chairman over the timescales? The chairman also spoke a couple of weeks ago about when Rangers could be back at Ibrox. Have you been keeping up to date on that, or do you just let them go on with it and what will be will be?
I don't know if you bought a house or you built a house one time.
Yes.
You bought one or you built one?
Bought one.
Okay. Somebody who built a house one moment? Nobody built a house, never?
We don't have that one. We don't go for more money.
No, it's different in the UK. It's not so many new houses. That's true. But yeah, it's in hand of other people. It's not in the hands of the club in that way. So until everything is done perfectly, there are no guarantees in that way. So of course everybody's pushing to have it as fast as possible, but nobody can give guarantees around that.